we're back in the Olympic Tales, and I have Alan John with me. Alan, after all the hype that we gave, that Monday is a day of positivity, to look forward to good things.
Yeah.
A pretty bad day for India, considering, again, a set of medal contenders going. At the start of the podcast, at the start of Olympic Tales, we all discussed that probably this time we'll hit the double-digit mark. But look at the number of fourth-place finishes that we are having, as in like unprecedented fourth-place finishes that we have been having. And biggest of them all was Lakshya Sen.
Yeah.
Like, yes, of course, he was not the first choice. He was not in contention until the start of the year, probably.
Yeah.
But stormed through with great wins against Jonathan Christie, Chao Tien Chen, HS Pranoy. But then lost in the semi-final. And then in the bronze medal match, Lee Zizia of Malaysia. Once again, Malaysians doing us in after what happened to Satvik and Chirag. What do you make of all of that? As in, like, did he... I don't know how to, describe this. He started well, of course, won the first game, and then started drifting away when he took on to the faster side of the court. It was really, he did that against Axelsen also. We might all think that, okay, Axelsen beat him in straight games. But if you looked at the first game, he was having 4 game points.
Exactly.
And then drifted away.
Yeah.
Is it a bit of mental part of the game? Because he's just 22 and playing his first Olympics.
Yeah,
Can we associate it to that?
Yeah, I think that has got to be the case, I guess. With Lakshya, I think I'm not, as disappointed. Probably, yes, there is a fair bit of disappointment given the fact that we all had pinned a lot of hopes on him.
Yeah.
But it all comes with age. I think now he is 22. Probably when he becomes 26, he will be a more mature player.
Yeah.
And with years, I think he will gain experience and probably he'll look back into this match and, kind of see, oh, this is what I should have done at that time. Yeah. And if I had done this, then I could have, won the game. So I think that is all it is there. I was a little bit too shocked by, what Prakash Padukone said.
Yeah.
I mean, I am all for such criticism, but, it kind of took me aback because he just said, no, this is not a good result, which obviously you will probably say after a bronze medal match, but you will try to keep these kind of conversations indoors, right? You won't go out and probably say it out loud. Maybe, the way that he said, oh, Axelsen's compliments don't mean for anything. All those things came out at a time when I thought, okay, probably the whole country will be, kind of backing Lakshya. It's okay, it's fine, it happens, you did well. Those were the kind of comments that we expected, but we all got a huge dose of reality, I guess, from Prakash Padukone, which has been trending for the last half day or so. So yeah, I mean,
that is where I think we need tough coaches like him. Yeah, you keep all the nice conversations inside the court, in the dressing room, in the change room, when you're actually working with that player.
Yeah.
But when you come out, when people are asking you questions, I think it was a straightforward response. And he did not just mean Lakshya Sen. He kind of said the entire Indian contingent. He said nobody could have done anything more than what the SAI, the sports ministry, the government, the top scheme have done for these athletes in the last 4-5 years. But still, you're not at that elite level. Whatever, he made this comment. Sometimes unreasonable demands from the athletes have also been met.
Yeah.
But again, you're finishing 4th. I think his frustration came from the fact that both Vimal Kumar sir and Prakash Padukone sir look at Lakshya Sen as a real contender.
Yeah.
He's not someone who has a flash in the pan at the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
He has won the World Championships bronze.
Yeah.
He has been to the All England final. So I think they expected more out of him. Yeah, we all kept saying that he's a dark horse. I think even Viktor said at the start of the tournament that he was a dark horse. Someone said that he's a dark horse. And Prakash and Vimal both said, okay, let him be the dark horse. We know what he's capable of. I asked Vimal Kumar on the eve of the match against Viktor Axelsen, as to, sir, what do you think? Is there any chink in the armor, in Axelsen armor, that Lakshya can exploit? He gave a very blunt response. He said, probably I don't want to discuss that now. So that means they were making a plan. They were working on it.
Yeah.
And it's not like Axelsen, he was playing Axelsen for the first time. He played him for 7-8 times in the past.
Yeah.
And he trained with him in Dubai when Axelsen has been in Dubai camping there.
Exactly.
But I think it's the expectations. I think it's the expectations. Like when you think that someone is going to be writing a beautiful piece and that person doesn't just fall short of it, you obviously have the disappointment, right? It's like that, I think.
If you compare it to what happened with Manu Bakar, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody expected that third medal to come in.
Yes.
And for the majority, I think probably 80-90% of that match, she was there. She was almost touching the top gold medal, right? And then when she came out, she was her own biggest critic. She said, yeah, I won 2 medals, but fourth place is not what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I think that, again, it all comes down to what I said last day also. When I said that, such kind of results where Lakshya lost to Axelsen after having a good lead in the first game. And now this loss. And probably what Prakash Padukone said. Because I think our athletes over the years, and we as public as well, we have this tendency to blame, BCCI has given so much money, so the cricketers are good.
Yeah.
What is the government doing for these athletes? I think he just came out and he's frustrated with that also because he himself runs an academy where he has
a world-class academy.
World-class academy, right? So you have all the infrastructure right now in India. You cannot complain that we are not being given the good things like the other athletes. Yes, probably we are a bit far behind when it comes to these innovations.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you are being given the same things.
Yeah. Even in terms of, let's leave out innovations.
Yeah.
Probably you can export whatever you want.
Exactly.
Import whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're getting foreign coaches here.
Yeah.
You're working with them. You're sharing knowledge with them.
Yeah.
The only thing that I would say as a sporting nation, as a sporting culture is probably lacking in India. But apart from that, we are getting there in terms of, at least in badminton, in terms of facilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably not in track and field.
And also, I think when you look at other talents, this is my personal opinion because, like I said, I am not somebody who is a big fan of badminton. But I think when Prakash Padukone sees the examples of probably like a Kidambi Srikanth, who was at one point in time heralded as like somebody who's going to be the next breakout talent, and he is kind of withered away. And when you look at a person like Saina Nehwal, who's not really active at the moment, maybe a PV Sindhu, I think all that frustration when he sees a young guy like Lakshya coming up, 22-year-old, and at this age he's achieving a lot, so he does not want him to go down the similar route. I think that is what, like, probably as a great teacher, what he has done. So that is why I said, like, it might have been harsh on Lakshya given the occasion and the moment, but I like
probably the right dose, according to me. Probably the right dose. Sometimes you need that.
You need a hard check of reality that you cannot always blame others for your loss. At the end of the day, you have a mental block. Get through it. Right, and then you come into the match, and then you win it. You have a bronze medal to go for. You don't have another one to fall back on. Right. You lose a gold medal match, there is disappointment, but always you go home with a silver. That is not there when in the bronze medal match. You have to just come back and win it.
And Prakash also said that probably we have some people who can carry the flag forward in men's singles. When Lakshya is there, so if you look at HS Prannoy and Kidambi Srikanth, after them Lakshya is there, Priyanshu Rajawat is there, Kiran George is there. But he clearly said that he conceded that there is a vacuum in women's singles. He said there are 13, 14, there are players in the age group of between 13 and 16, but when he was asked whether they will be at the Olympics in Los Angeles, he said they are very good talents, but I am not sure whether they will be at the Los Angeles. We'll once again have to depend on Sindhu if we don't find someone and groom. And he spoke very well about the star culture. He said all the federations in India, Indian sport, has a problem with whenever someone becomes a star, they focus everything on that, and then they don't probably focus on the next set of assembly line of players. So Prakash was very irritated with that as well. He said probably from now on, we need to focus on the upcoming rung of players so that we prepare them for the bigger stages.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you don't make superstars.
Yeah.
Pullela Gopichand played a huge role in molding PV Sindhu.
Yeah.
He focused on PV Sindhu when Saina Nehwal was doing so well. So you need to adopt that kind of approach. You need to look ahead. You need to think forward. I think I am completely okay with what Prakash Padukone said, because a lot of people got riled up on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. People were like I said, every single header that I saw that yesterday, I was like, wow, like this is like, why is he saying this right now? Because at first, yes, then when I talked to you before we started shooting as well, that this was incredible. And we all had Manu Bakar and Jashpal Rana come in our India Today show as well, where they also discussed the same things. Like back our athletes who might have finished 8th or 9th.
Yeah.
They were all very explosive and they were dealing and saying the hard truth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And never in Prakash Padukone's statement did he say these people are not good enough.
Yeah.
He said they should take up responsibility.
Yeah.
They are talented.
Yeah. But
take up more responsibility
it's time
and go
to,
for that.
It's time
That's
to step up.
exactly what he said.
Yeah.
And in Abhinav Bindra's book, A Shorter History, written by Rohit Brijnath, there is a beautiful line. He says shooting, age doesn't matter. Readiness matters.
Yeah.
But in sport like badminton and all that, I think both of them go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's when you become more matured with age and even the strength and all that.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
different sports. But yes, that is how we should look at it. But looking ahead to better things, what does Tuesday teach us? Always forget the bad things and look forward to the good things.
Probably get ready for readiness for the entire rest of the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, today is a jam-packed
Tuesday
day.
is again a jam-packed day where we will be seeing Kishore Jaina and Neeraj Chopra in men's javelin qualification.
Yeah.
And we have Vinesh Phogat, who is facing a deadly draw in women's 50
she
kg
has
category.
had to go through a lot outside the wrestling mat, and now she's coming in.
Yeah.
And then obviously the most important match at 10:30 for everybody, for all the hockey fans, including myself.
Yeah.
I'll have to rush back home and get myself mentally prepared for that roller coaster ride.
Yeah. India versus Germany in the semi-final. We won't have Amit Rohidas. Yeah, he has been the suspension stays. The Indian hockey's appeal has been overruled.
But one thing I'll personally say, and what I've seen in the first 3 matches, I think the first match was against New Zealand, we scraped through. Then the second one against Argentina was a draw, where again there was a lot of criticism coming into this Indian team, right? Third match against Ireland, we were perfect. Against Belgium, first quarter, second quarter, we were very good. Then we kind of fell off because Belgium applied the pressure. From the Australia game, from what I have seen, is that this Indian team looks, dead, right? Like we want a medal. We want to win it. And probably Srijesh came out and said that, I am like Dhanraj Pillai right now. Everybody wants to win for me.
Yeah.
So I am very happy with it. But I think this team wants to prove that, we might have a slow start. I think even in 2021, in the Tokyo Olympics also, they had a slow start. But then they picked on. And in that Germany game also, they were trailing at one point in time. From there, they came back to win it. So, this team looks determined. And Rohidas, even though he's a big miss, I think the Great Britain game was a perfect example.
Of how,
One of my friends, one of my journalist friends, he had said, if the Australia performance and the Great Britain performance doesn't spur this team on to go and win gold, I don't know what else will be there, what else is needed. So,
have they defended better? Craig Fulton saying that defend to win. Yeah, and they haven't conceded a lot, right?
Absolutely. I think, the margin is like what, 2-1. I think last time around we were considered 7 to Australia. Yeah. Even in the Commonwealth Games final, 7 goals. The defense was all over the place. But there is a lot of clarity. A guy like Manpreet dropping down to play in defense. I think against Great Britain, there was a point where he almost defended off the line. Yes, it was a penalty corner. But he defended off the line to prevent a goal from happening. So this team is genuinely working massively as a solid unit in the back, with Srijesh also being there. Yeah, Amit Rohidas is going to be the big miss, but I think they have enough in them to, kind of upset the rhythm of the German
Germans.
team, because the last head-to-heads, I think, since the bronze medal match, Germany has managed to win only one match, which was the last time they faced off in the Hockey Pro League, but it was a 3-2 margin. And this is a team that has drafted in 2016 Olympic medalist, gold medalist from Argentina, Gonzalo Peylat, scored 13 goals in that tournament. He is going to be a major threat, but yeah, Srijesh has faced him. The Indian defense has faced him. It's going to be Peylat versus Harmanpreet, but at the same time, they also have Christopher Rohr, also immensely talented player. But I think maybe our Abhishek might step up to, kind of
nullify that
and, give us goals as well. So yeah, it's going to be a very beautiful game. I can promise you that. I'm expecting that as well from this Indian team. So yeah, fingers crossed. And we make it to the gold medal match after 44 years.
Hopefully. When we return to you on Wednesday, when we come back, we hope we have better news. We hope we say that the hockey team has qualified for the final. Neeraj is one and done. Kishore Jinnah has sneaked through. Probably Arshad Nadeem is going to be a good competitor for Neeraj in the men's javelin. Friendly rivalry that is. India-Pakistan. There's India-Pakistan in the Olympics to look forward to for the next 2-3 days. So hopefully, we have better news, and we hope India touches 7, and then probably... Do share your thoughts. You probably will be watching the hockey matches, the javelin and the wrestling with Vinesh Phogat in action. Do send in your feedback on what you think they did well or they did wrong. And what do you think about Prakash Padukone's statement? Are you with the side who gets riled up for these statements? Or are you genuinely backing what Prakash sir said? Do send in your feedback to 8588 966 996. You can also email us on pods@indiatoday.com. If you're listening to our podcast, Olympic Tales, on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast and Spotify, please do rate us. And like we always say, if you're watching us on YouTube, please leave your comment. We'll be so happy to learn your feedback. Have a great week. Thank you.